束The Song of Ascents 這個 message。
This morning we will be concluding the series of message entitled The Songs of Ascent.
就是攞咩這個詩篇130詩篇。
And we will be reading from Psalm 134.
Will rise for the reading of
Please
God's word.
rise.
We read together.
Let's read this psalm together.
1, 2, 3. Praise the Lord, all your servants of the Lord who minister by light in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and praise the Lord. May the Lord bless you from Zion, he who is the maker of heaven and earth. Thank you. You can take a seat. 上景之詩當中有10個首。
There are 15 psalms in this series, Songs of Ascent.
呢是裡面講一個信靠上帝嘅人，
It talks about a person who trusts in God.
佢離開家己厝內，
This man leaves his own home
去到耶路撒冷敬拜上帝。
and he enters Jerusalem to worship God.
喺這個路程嘅中間，
And in this journey,
遇到困難，
he experienced hardships,
遇到問題，
problems.
所以講我係幫襯對到落嚟，
And that's why he cried out, "From where my help come
我係
from?
幫襯對創造上帝耶和華嚟。
My help come from the creator of heaven and earth.
而講保護我係是無哀困無督面嘅上帝。
The God who protects me neither sleeps or slumbers."
等佢到聖殿嘅時陣，
As he entered the holy
嗰
sanctuary,
度聖殿千真萬大水，
and he found out that the sanctuary is so
而
beautiful,
先少按金阿羅上帝，
his heart was moved to praise
喺
God.
敬拜上帝嘅中間，
And in the process of worshiping
而
God,
嗰度家己驕傲，
he saw his own pride.
佢嘅肉體嘅問題，
He saw his problem of the flesh.
而就謙卑家己，
As he humbled himself,
穿住一個肩呐，
just like a child,
倒喺媽媽嘅懷裡。
as he cling on to his mother's womb.
頂禮拜講到 Psalms 133，
Last Sunday, we talked about Psalm 133,
聽啲何木登菇何等嘅善何等嘅水
how beautiful it is for brothers to be in unity
，worship God，
and worship God.
即係千差水嘅道位。
And it's a beautiful picture.
所以詩篇133篇，頂禮拜嘅詩篇是上興之詩嘅高峰。
Psalm 133 could be considered the climax of the Songs of Ascent,
人三級千做一個人敬拜上帝，
as a person worship God in one person.
但是
But
上興之詩唔是結束喺詩篇133篇，
the Songs of Ascent does not conclude or end in Psalm
是
133,
喺134篇。
but Psalm 134.
Martin Luther 講一句話，
Martin Luther once said,
而講詩篇134篇結束了頂面10詩篇嘅上興之詩。
Psalm 134 concludes the 14 songs of ascent preceding it.
所以 Psalm 134就是 the conclusion of the Song of Ascents。但是這個詩篇是講什麼呢？
What is this psalm talking about?
一個真簡單嘅一個對白。
It's a very simple topic.
當個人有一句話，
The Chinese has this
你
saying,
講天無不散嘅現象。
there are no unending feasts in this world.
這早早就是詩篇134篇嘅主題。
It may be considered the main theme of this psalm.
猶太人嘅兄弟男嘅一年3拜去耶路撒冷敬拜上帝。
In Israelites, the male Jews would worship God in Jerusalem 3 times a
佢
year
哋聖殿嘅裏面，
as they enter the temple.
祈禱敬拜去獻祭侍奉上帝。
They pray, they worship, they offer sacrifices, and they serve God.
當然有通三級愛宴三級席嘅時陣，
Of course, there's also a time for their fellowship.
這是何等水嘅代志。
It's such a beautiful sight.
但問題是，
But the problem is,
佢冇咗哋永遠留喺耶路撒冷，
these people cannot forever remain in Jerusalem.
但這個節期了咯，
And after the festivity is over,
而大家都去厝內，
these people need to go back to their
因
own
為耶路
homes.
撒冷唔是佢厝內，
Jerusalem is not their own residence.
而且唔敢就需要離開。
And with much hesitation and reluctance, these people will depart from
所以當
Jerusalem.
這個節期都要結束嘅時陣，
As this festivity is coming to an end,
路尾一日，
on the last day,
路尾啱你嘅獻祭以後，
after giving the last sacrifice in the last evening,
而聖殿嘅門關起來咯。
the temple doors will once again be shut.
猶太人真唔敢一個落沙咯。
And with much reluctance and hesitancy, the Jews will descend from the mountain one by one.
但係等於我頭個跨耶路撒冷嘅時陣，
As they turn back to take a last look at
跨到
Jerusalem,
耶路撒冷仍然真最更真最黑。
and they see that there's much light and fire still burning in Jerusalem.
看到耶和華僕人仍然喺聖殿裏面侍奉上帝，
They behold the sight of the servants of Jehovah continuously serving God,
因為聖殿歷史點證，未追無更，未追無棄。
because the light or fire in the temple will never be extinguished 24 hours each day.
因為遮到嘅氣未追滅，堅定等嘅燈未追熄。
The fire on the altar must be kept burning, and the light on the golden lampstand must not be put out.
所以當人我頭看耶路撒冷嘅時陣，
As this worshipper will turn their back and take a last look at
仍然
Jerusalem,
有更啲嘅所在。
they behold the light still remaining
上
in
帝
the
僕人
sanctuary.
仍然喺聖殿裏面侍奉上
God's
帝，
servant continues to serve God in his temple.
敬拜上帝嘅人就講一句話。
The worshipper then uttered this saying,
你講 Praise the Lord, all your servants of the Lord who minister by light in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and praise the Lord. 這是敬拜上帝嘅人所講嘅話。
These verses are uttered by those who worship God.
當上帝僕人聽到敬拜這個 worshiper 講一句話嘅時陣，
When these servants of God heard this utterance of praise, then they say,
佢就 respond 一句話。
they responded by
你
saying,
講 May the Lord bless you from Zion, he who is the maker of heaven and earth。我唔知你睇到這個真真水嘅 picture 喺這個所在噃。
I wonder if you could see such a very beautiful picture here.
Let me tell you，這是侍奉上帝嘅人及敬拜上帝嘅人，這個真真水嘅互動嘅關係。
Those who serve God and those who worship God had a very beautiful interaction among themselves.
用現在話嚟解釋，
If you explain this in today's context,
教會嘅先導及教會領袖彼此撒貼，彼此鼓勵。
the believers in the church as well as the leaders of the church would love each other and encourage one another.
冇這個比這個較水。
No other picture will be more beautiful than this.
頭兩則係聖經。
The first two verses
是教導咱最先導嘅人，喺對上帝僕人有肯定及鼓勵。
teach us that as believer we must affirm and encourage God's servant.
Number one，那時候 affirmed they are the God's servant，呢是上帝僕人。
We need to affirm that those who lead us are God's servants.
喺教會侍奉嘅時陣，
As we serve God in the church,
咱就 confirm 喺呢個頭前當呢個領袖是教會嘅僕人，
we need
是
to
上帝嘅僕人。
confirm that the servant of God who leads us along the way is God's servant.
你講頭兩則係聖經，
The first two verses.
你講耶和華僕人每間徛喺耶和華聖殿嘅中間。
The servant of God of the Lord who minister by night in the house of the Lord.
我哋注意耶和華僕人這幾個字。
Please pay attention to these few words, servants of the Lord.
咱就 confirm 伊是上帝僕人，而唔是人嘅僕人。
We need to confirm that they are servants of God and not servants of man.
伊所學晒你，
And they are serving you,
但是伊唔是你嘅僕人，
but they are not your
伊
servants.
是上帝嘅僕人。
They are God's servants.
美國最近有一個真真特別嘅 survey 出嚟，
In the United States of America, there was a very recent survey.
美國嘅教會平均3年換一個牧師。
On the average, the American churches would change their senior pastors once every 3 years.
難怪美國真濟教會唔是真長進嘅教會。
No wonder many churches in America are not growing.
咱特別睇住講係每個 church 真做域華嘅教會 ，video clip 嘅教會。
Although you are familiar with mega churches like Pastor Rick Warren's church or the Willow Creek Church,
但是我哋知啊，
but let me let you know,
真在美國嘅教會是戰爭問題衰勁嘅教會。
many American churches are not big in size.
You know why？教會一間教會愛增長，
If a church wish to grow,
無理佢一個真正嘅原因。
there should be a very important reason.
有一個 long-term pastor 喺教會裏面牧養上帝教會。
This important factor is there should be a long-term serving pastor shepherding that church.
我唔是講呢間教會一個真長久嘅牧師，教會得較長進。我唔使你講。
I'm not saying that as long as the church has a long-serving pastor, then the church will definitely grow.
或者我哋教會都因為呢個牧師冇俾離開教會，教會未增長。
On the contrary, some other churches, because the long-staying pastor refused to leave, then the church cannot experience growth.
因為呢個牧師本身就係教會長進嘅問題。
Because the pastor becomes the problem behind the church growth.
But 教會愛增長，
If a church wishes to grow,
嗱冇一個 long-term pastor，教會是冇可能增長。
it's not possible for the church to grow without a long-term staying pastor.
You know why？你笑過未？
Think about it.
你嘅厝內3年或者個老爸，
In your own home or family, every 3 years there's a change in the head of the family or the
你
father.
嘅厝內好些未？
Will your family be well?
你嘅家正常未
Will your children lead a normal life?
？Every 3 years，
Every 3 years.
先係老爸嚟咯，
A new father would come
叫老爸，
and you will ask the child to call the father.
老爸
Father.
，another 3 years，
After 3 years,
先係老爸，
another
老
new
爸，
father.
哇，看住老爸啊！
Then the child will be confused.
教會嗱冇一個 long-term pastor，
Without a long-term serving
教
pastor,
會就真艱苦增長，
the church will find it difficult to grow.
求上帝幫襯人。
May God help
但
us.
是問題是，
The problem is,
今日正在教會牧師東為孤呢，
why is it that in many churches the pastor could not remain long enough?
因為正在教會領袖，正在
Because-
教會先導，
Because many leaders of the church, many believers of the church,
有一個 wrong concept，
they have this misconception.
牧師是請嚟嘅，
As they invite the pastor,
牧師是收現金嘅，
as this pastor receives salaries,
我是奉獻嘅，
and church members are giving offerings or tithes,
所以我是教會嘅 boss，我是教會嘅頭記，
believers think that they're the boss of the church.
所以要求牧師追也最大字，追領袖追也最大字，特別是少先嘅領袖。
That's why these church members would place a great demand on pastors and salaried church workers.
我哋教會20個年，
Reverend Cheung has been serving the church for the last 25 years.
活動很久，
The reason why he could remain so
因為你哋
long,
教會頭記嘅先導唔是真罪，
because the boss-minded church leaders in the church are not many.
唔是講冇啦。
It doesn't mean to say that they do not exist.
我哋先導嘅 demanding 是真驚人嘅。
Do you know how frightening are the demands of such believers?
你咪睇佢 testimony，
As I share with you this testimony,
真罪你整我這個女嘅靠我掛，這個姊妹靠我掛。
many years ago, a sister from the church called me on the telephone.
你講牧師，我係中國第一關真危險，特別死咯。
Pastor, my husband is in the hospital and he's in the critical condition.
請你掛緊嚟，
Please come quickly.
我講 OK，
So I agreed.
所以我幫別家做直擊醫關，
I put down all I'm doing and rushed to the hospital.
推祈禱。
I prayed for this
After
brother.
this，我到嚟咯，
I returned back to the church.
幾幾日
One day later,
，call me again，
this sister called me again.
牧師，
Pastor,
我係中國見面咯，
my husband has passed away.
請你掛緊嚟
Please come quickly.
，OK，
So I agreed.
所以我記醫關
I rushed to the hospital.
已經見面咯，
At that time, that brother has already passed away.
我對出嚟冷祈禱，
So I prayed for members of his family.
又到期咯，
After that, I come back.
幾幾日
Another day
，call me
later,
again，
I receive a phone call.
牧師，
Pastor,
即係我哋攝處咯，
now I'm in the funeral home.
特別將死人幫你掛喺裏面咯
As they are about to put this deceased into the coffin,
，please come，OK，
he asked me to come.
我過去
So I rushed.
，next day call again，
The next day,
牧師，
Pastor,
我將啲線索 cemetery，
now I'm in the cemetery.
我見到這個所在咯，
I come to a certain place.
嚟對我祈禱，
Please come and pray for me.
我講 wait，
So I said, wait.
我嗱啲線索我都呢啲唔免作息咯啦，
If I would go to the cemetery again, then that day I need not work
呢
anymore.
啲我都係備辦啱啲最數禮拜嘅 message，
At that instant, I was preparing the message which I want to preach in
So-
the necrological service.
所以我咁樣講
So I told the sister,
唔免啦，
Sister, no need.
你家己祈禱啦，
You can pray by yourself.
會追嚟啦，
It can be done.
我隨聽到以前無關係，
Immediately, I could sense the unhappiness in her voice.
食嘅，
That's how she answered.
突然間你食嘅，
That's how she
我真
answered
係以
me.
無關係咯，
I realized that she was unhappy.
我唔插意咯。
So I paid no attention to her.
啱啲我記裝這個 service，
That evening, as I led the memorial service for the deceased,
講咗這個 message。
I delivered a message.
Maybe 這個 message will touch 到伊嘅心，
Probably this message moved her heart.
所以走嚟同我 shake hand。
That's why when she shook my hand,
你講 thank you pastor，thank you
she。thanked me for the message.
咁你 demanding 啊，
That kind of demand
是小嘅頭嚟啦。
may be unreasonable.
咱唔是冇俾幫襯，
It's not that we refuse to help,
但有人嘅 demand 小嘅大，
but some demands are indeed unreasonable.
有人嗰個奇妙，
And some people are more interesting.
感覺牧師拜一到拜六是無作息咧，
They thought that the pastors are not working from Mondays to Saturdays.
是拜節最近嘅。
They only work on Sundays.
我一個囡仔
One small child,
撥氣人，迄陣撥氣
at
人，
that time this child was still 8 years
伊
old.
及伊老母講：
This child told her
講
his
媽，
mom,
下擺我要做牧師。
someday I will be a pastor.
哇！老母真歡喜，
The mother was so happy.
問你今日要做牧師啊？
So when she asked, why do you want
你
to be a
講
pastor?
牧師又好，
You know, it's good to be a pastor
一禮拜做一日。
because the pastor works only once a week.
所以即囡仔看牧師是Monday到拜六是困啊、倒啊、食啊，Sunday 嘅嚟做工。
The child thought the pastor could eat, sleep, and do nothing Monday to Saturday and work only on Sundays.
其實唔是，
In reality, that's not the case.
但係求上帝幫助咱。
May God help us.
你就 confirm 喺啲頭前侍奉嘅人，
We need to confirm or affirm those who serve ahead of us.
無論你是羅教或羅教，
No matter how good you are,
你就 confirm 上帝嘅僕人
we need to affirm God's servant
，because 上帝僕人生命裏面有一個物件是你冇嘅。
in the life of God's servant, there's a certain element or factor that we do not have,
即叫做 calling，
and that's calling.
要上帝 calling，你冇上帝 calling。
The servant of God has God's calling that none of us has.
所以你唔能講依個你上世嘅 level，it never the same level。
So that we should never view them in the same status or level as each one of us.
Affirm the servant of God.
We need to affirm and support the servant of God.
Number two,
Secondly,
encourage them in their ministry。
咱就鼓勵因佇因的事奉頂面。
呢個先至我講，
The Bible says,
耶和華僕人每間徛喺耶和華聖殿嘅中間，
the servant of God ministers by night in the house of the Lord.
唔是講伊早起冇侍奉，
It doesn't mean to say that these people do not serve in the morning.
這是暗暝獻嘅暗暝嘅獻祭。
And this verse was uttered when they were offering the evening
當
sacrifices.
大家人困嘅時陣，
As people are asleep,
當大家人休息嘅時陣，
as people take their rest,
上帝僕人 they minister by light in the house of the Lord。
servants of God ministers by night.
這是忠心侍奉上帝嘅人。
This is an indication of those who serve God faithfully.
早起侍奉大家人都看到，
Everyone can see people who serve during the
但是暗
daytime,
暝侍奉唔是大家人看到。
but those who served in nighttime, not everyone can see.
喺教會裏面，
In the church,
有人嘅工作大家人都看到，
some ministries could be clearly seen by many,
有人嘅工作無人看到。
while some ministries cannot be seen at all.
你若看到一個人是在忠心侍奉上帝嘅人，
If only you can see those people serving God faithfully in such
你需要
ministries.
對心內尊重這個人。
From the bottom of your heart, you need to respect them.
雖然我是你嘅牧師，
Though Reverend Cheung is your pastor,
每一擺當我看到我哋教會嘅姊妹忠心侍奉上帝嘅時候，我心內是非常尊重佢。
every time we see brothers or sisters who faithfully serve God in His house, we respect them from the bottom of our heart.
我唔知點解我今日mention這項代志，唔知你記得還是未記得？
I wonder if you remembered what I have said before.
每一擺你去廁所嘅時陣，
Each time you enter the restroom or the washroom,
看到廁所很水
if you notice the cleanliness and tidiness of these
，you
washrooms,
know why？ You know why？
你知影為什麼呢？
因為有一個姊妹常常暗中甲咱清潔當中嘅廁所。
A sister faithfully worked behind the scene to clean and tidy up all washrooms.
伊唔是最後你看，
And this sister does not do the function for you to see,
伊就上帝看。
but for God to see.
但是有一日我忽然間看到，
One day, I accidentally discovered
我對心內尊重伊，
from the bottom of my heart, I respect her.
所以叫上帝幫助咱。
May God help us.
咱就尊重一款伫你裏面忠心侍奉上帝嘅人，
We need to support and respect those who serve us faithfully in the house of the
保
Lord.
羅提醒咱，
Apostle Paul reminded
你就
us
敬重一款伫你中間勞苦嘅人，
we need to hold these people in the highest regard,
實在尊重伊，極話尊重伊。
and we really pay double portion of respect to these people.
但係心理學有一個現象，
The psychologists have this indication.
咱拿親近嘅人，哪無容易用咱嘅話嚟表達咱嘅感情。
It's not easy for us to express our emotions by words or deeds to those who are very close to us
因為小嘅石啦，
because we're so familiar.
剛剛無開面講就係追啦，
It's no longer necessary for us to say those
這
words,
是咱嘅 misconception。
and that's our misconception.
Think about it。當咱做父母嘅時陣，
When you become a parent,
到我做父母嘅時陣，
when you're a new father or new
你有
mother,
一個囡仔一歲，
as your child grows to be a year old,
即係囡仔開始學行路咯。
this child begins to walk.
冇一個囡仔迄陣在時地 駁落去，個騎起嚟，駁落去，個騎起嚟咁先。
Most of this child will start by standing up, walking, stumbling, falling.
Think about it。嗰時候你俾創啥？
During that instant, what will you do as a parent?
等嗰度你已經駁落時節，駁到嘅時陣，
When you see your child stumbled and
你
fall,
創啥？
what will you do?
你講嚟
You will encourage him
，Come
or her.
on，Come on，You
That's what you say.
can do it。啦，你真夠啦，你出嚟行看埋，行看埋，你有法啦。
You're capable. Let's try again.
所以見到重新逼起嚟，
As the child would stand up gradually
個行落去，
and continue his
個
or her
駁落
walk.
去。
He or she stumbled.
Come on，You can do it。
你站起來，你有法通做。
個行起嚟，
This child would stand up.
結果有行咯。
And finally, this child learns to walk.
但是等咱大漢嘅時陣，
As we grow older,
等咱嗰度人駁到嘅時陣，
whenever we see other people fall,
咱講什麼？
what do we say?
無當應，
Such a useless
太
person.
戇啊！
How foolish.
個係駁到，
He stumbled.
咱未記得一項代志，
We forgot something.
咱嘅面講嚟。
We need to encourage him.
咱嗰度教會侍奉上帝嘅人最冇好些嘅時陣，
Whenever we see those who serve the Lord and they made a mistake
咱未記得講嚟，
and we forgot to encourage
咱
them,
總是去批評伊。
most of the time we criticize these people.
咱嗰時講，我講呢個時候啲好處你就係噃，
And sometimes you even justify by saying, my criticism meant well.
叫上帝幫襯啊！
May God help us.
用正面比用反面更加好。
It's better to objectively rather than negatively criticize.
所以詩篇144篇就是講這項代志。
That's what Psalm 134 is saying.
當敬拜上帝的人看到上帝僕人忠心侍奉上帝嘅時陣，
The worshippers, as they see servants of the Lord faithfully serving Him,
而開聲學羅伊，開聲尊重伊，開聲鼓勵伊，
with their voice, they praise, they reaffirm these people.
伊親像甲伊講，
Just like they're saying,
咱要倒去咯，
we are about to leave this place.
上帝僕人啊，
Dear servants
你
of God,
繼續忠心侍奉上帝，
please continue to serve God faithfully.
對主僕人是何等大嘅鼓勵。
Such an encouragement and support to servants of God.
我相信你都知啊，
I believe all of you
差不
know.
多這個嘅節拜，我係去 MGC 教會講道，
Once a month, Reverend Cheung would preach at Makati Gospel Church.
差不多20年嘅時間。
He has been doing that for the last 20 over years.
而馬俊正教會請我20年，
Imagine that church has been inviting me for the last 20 years.
我跟你講，
Let me tell you
其
this.
實請我講道嘅教會唔嗱是 MGC 正教會，
As of this day, not just MGC has been inviting Reverend Cheung to preach.
真在教會請我去講。
Many other churches has invited him.
但是 number one，
But first,
我冇愛去出去燒嘅罪拜，
he refused to leave CBCP for many times each month.
所以我是 once a month 出去，
That's why only once a month he will leave CBCP
所以
to
我冇
preach.
聽接受真在教會 invitation。
And he was not able to accept many invitations from other churches.
今日你我你知啊，
Today, let me let you know
跟住我去 MGC。
why I go to MGC.
Reason number one，
First reason,
對我嚟菲律賓嘅時陣，
when he first arrived in the Philippines,
冇教會家請我講道，
no church dared to invite me to preach.
因為我都未有講吧，好驚味道未有講吧。
Because during that time, I could not even converse fluently in Phucanese.
頭一間教會請我去講道是 MGC 嘅
The
教會，
first church that has invited me to preach was Makati Gospel Church.
有個機會。
He gave me the opportunity and chance.
This is number one。
That's the first reason.
Number two，
The second reason,
每一拜
every time
我去 MGC 講道嘅時陣，
when I would preach at Makati Gospel Church,
你哋話非常大嘅個咧，
the church members gave me tremendous support and encouragement.
你係咪相信？
If you don't want to believe,
你問這個，
you can ask the translator.
因為最近你特別咁我去 MGC。
Recently, I have the privilege and honor of translating for him each month at MGC.
After 我哋 MGC 講道，
Every time after the church service,
你問看咪人 MGC 人嘅 respond，
you can ask what is the response of the church members.
你未相信？
You will not believe this.
有一拜，
One time,
我去講道嘅時陣，
after I delivered the message,
都話是我係生日 my birthday。
that was exactly Reverend Cheung's birth date.
After 我講道以後，
After the sermon,
我想未夠，
he could not imagine or expect it.
以全教會嘅我 celebrate birthday，
The entire church celebrated Reverend Cheung's birthday
對我
that
真
day.
渣大嘅個咧。
For me, it's a tremendous encouragement.
我哋教會CBCB 20個年，
I've been serving CBCP for the last 25
因為咱
years
係中間，
because in our midst,
係有真最鼓勵我嘅領袖，
many church members encourage me.
所以求上帝幫襯咱。
May God help us.
咱就 confirm, encourage the servant of God。
等咱鼓勵上帝僕人。
Number two，
Secondly,
咱哋上帝僕人呢，
how about God's servant?
需要就最先導嘅祝福。
God's servants must become blessings to believers.
世界物件都是 two way，冇 one way。
Most of the things that happen in this earth are two ways.
你一人對你好，
If you want others to treat you well,
你對人好；
you need to treat others
你人
well.
尊重你，
You want respect,
你尊重人。
you should start respecting
你
others.
冇尊重人，一人尊重你是冇可能嘅事。
It's not possible for you to receive respect if you do not respect other people.
主嘅僕人
As God's
需
servant
要就最先導嘅 blessing。
should become blessings for God's believers.
第三節。
Verse 3.
The worshiper 講，May the Lord bless you from Zion, He who is the maker of the heaven and earth。
願做天對耶和華對錫安賜福給恁。
是耶穌講一句話，
And this was mentioned also by Lord Jesus.
佢講是比受國家有福。
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
可能咱對這句話有淡薄嘅 misunderstand。
Sometimes we misinterpret this particular verse.
咱拿做是比受國有福，所以是墜落唔免接受。
Many times we believe that only the giver will receive blessings, the receiver will not.
其實唔是啊，
In reality, it's
是
not.
及受兩方面都是真大嘅 blessing。
The giver and the recipient will both receive blessings.
但是比較嚟看，
Comparatively speaking,
是比受國家有福氣。
those who give will receive more than those who receive.
我發現一個現象，
I discovered this phenomenon.
一個人唔不接受別人嘅幫襯，
Unless a person receives help from other people,
真艱苦去幫襯別人。
it's difficult for this person to help others.
一個人若冇經驗到別人嘅 blessing，
If this person have not received blessings from others,
真艱苦去祝福別人。
it's very hard for him to bless other people.
人若冇慷慨，
If a person is not generous,
因為唔不接受別人嘅慷慨。
it may be possible that this person has not received generosity from other people.
有人真妖怪，
Some people are so stingy
一角都唔敢出去，
and will not even give out one dime.
因為伊嘅生命唔不接受到別人真正嘅 blessing。
This man may not have received much blessings in his life.
最近 internet 有一個真有一個真特看到嘅 video，
Recently in the internet, I've often seen this video.
就是講這樣代志。
It talks about this thing.
一個人啲雖然見啊，啲好別人一個 blessing，
A small child who has received blessing from other people,
等於大漢嘅時陣，
once this child grew up,
伊將伊嘅 blessing 輸俾別人。
the small child was able to impart and share his blessing to other
我哋
people.
看這個 video，一個接受了別人祝福嘅人，
A person who has received blessings from other people,
伊嘅心會比較冷氣，
that person's heart will be softer.
所以佢容易將伊家嘅恩典輸俾別人。
It will be easier for him to share with other people his blessings and grace.
詩篇134篇，
In Psalm 134,
頭兩節嘅聖經是先導對主嘅僕人嘅鼓勵。
the first two verses begin by the encouragement of believers to God's servant.
落尾一節嘅聖經
However, on the last verse,
是主嘅僕人對先導嘅祝福，
it's God's servant imparting blessings to his believers.
這是個 two-way blessing。
And from here we can see that it's a two-way blessing.
So number one，
First,
主嘅僕人需要就對別人嘅祝福嘅 channel 嘅管道。
God's servants must become a channel of blessing to others.
當我講主嘅僕人嘅時陣，
Whenever we talk about God's servants,
即係唔單止跨是啲教會嘅團隊牧師啦啲啊，
you should not only look at pastors or reverends in the church.
咱都是上帝嘅僕人，
All of us are servants of God.
咱大家人嘅崗位較無相。
Though God placed us in different positions
有
and
人喺教
places.
會裏面追上帝嘅僕人，
Some people, they serve God in the church,
有人喺公司裏面追上帝嘅僕人，
while others, they serve as God's servants
有
in their
人
respective
喺厝內
companies,
追上帝嘅僕人，
while others, they serve God in their families and homes.
咱都是上帝嘅僕人。
All of us are servants of God.
咱需要就係 channel of blessing to others。
We should be channels of blessings to other people.
創世記第12章1到第3節
Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 to 3.
是上帝學到亞伯拉罕出嚟嘅時陣講嘅話。
It was something which God told Abraham when he called Abraham out of his own
你做
land.
裏面嗱我最擺提高這個 blessing 這個字，
As you read these 2 or 3 verses and you pay attention to the word blessings or blessed,
你講 Go from your country your people and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. God say, God will bless you. I will bless your name great, and you will be a blessing. Abraham 就係一個 blessing.
When Abraham became a blessing,
佢講 I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curse you, I will curse. And all peoples on earth will be blessing through you. 這是上帝賀到 Abraham 戰動一個原因。
that was the most important reason why God chose and called Abraham.
而係對照萬族，因為 Abraham 得到上帝嘅祝福。
Because God wanted people of the earth to be blessed by and through Abraham.
咱嘅生命是別人嘅 blessing，
Our lives should become blessings for others.
咱嘅教會喺在呢個中間。
As we worship in this church for many years,
我前默掛到戰在佢哋這邊，實在查咗戰在人嘅 blessing。
with my own eyes, I personally experienced and saw how many brothers and sisters became channels of blessings.
咱係 cell group leader，
The cell group leaders
是戰在人嘅 blessing。
are blessings to many people.
咱係 Sunday school 嘅 teacher，
Sunday school teachers of
咱
the
係教
church,
會 deacons，
the deacons of this church,
they are the blessing of others。
they are channels of blessings.
嗱冇因，
Without them,
冇見到咱嘅教會，
there's no CBCP today.
所以求上帝祝福咱。
May God bless us
唔問呢日就做一個祝福嘅管道，
as we become channels of blessings
但
for
係一
others.
個戰動嘅秘訣。
But there's a very important secret.
Let me tell you，呢一就做一個 channel of blessing。
If you wish to become channel of blessings,
你需要常常更新你嘅內心，好咱對社會物件發一個真正敏感嘅感覺、敏銳嘅感覺。
we should always renew our hearts and minds so that we may have a very sensitive and keen sense of what is happening around us.
這個世界真無謂，
We live in a very busy world
這個世
today,
界真多人需要幫襯，
and many people in the world needs our help.
所以你慢慢會發現需要幫襯嘅人，
So slowly we fail to discover that there are people who need our help
因為你嘅心來 insensitive，
because we become insensitive and callous to the needs of the
看
world.
到人哋鼻頭，咱就未看到。
We do not see people beside us who may need our help.
你想重新好呢個嘅呢個心真正 sensitive 起嚟。
Once again, we need to renew our hearts so that we become sensitive to others.
我記得有一擺，我有教會頂擺有一個叫做 couple fellowship。
I remembered one time there was a couple fellowship gathering
咱當中嘅 couple 幾隻人嘅出嚟，
when all the couples would go to a member's house.
咱哋聽聚會。
As we have fellowship in the
但是
sala,
咱哋見啊都真要，
during that time, most of the children are very young and
所以
infant.
真在見啊幫你另外一間房嘅裏面。
So some of the infants or the child were left in a certain room of the
所
house.
以咱哋外口聚會，伊哋裏面佚佗。
As the couples fellowship in the living room, the children will play or rest in the room.
忽然間就見啊喊，
All of a sudden, a child cried.
唔知神係見啊喊，
We do not know whose child was it.
但是忽然間有一個老母徛起嚟，
All of a sudden, a mom stood up.
伊講我係驚喊，
This mother says, "My child is
我
crying."
真奇妙，
I was so
你
amazed.
就知這是伊驚喊咧。
How would she know that was her child crying?
嗱，是我聽當中神 baby 喊，
For me, all cries are the same from all babies.
嗱，這個老母講是我係驚喊，
However, this mother claimed that was her child crying,
伊隨衝入去，
and she rushed to that room.
事實在伊驚喊，
And true enough, it was her child who cried.
因為伊對這個物件真真
The
sensitive。
mother was so sensitive to the
你看
cry.
咪，
Come to think
你
of
嘅
it,
生命當中對什麼真敏感？
in your own lives, what are you sensitive about?
有人對食物真真 sensitive
Some。people are sensitive to the food they eat.
牧師啊，
Pastor,
最近有一間新嘅餐館啊，
you know, there's a new restaurant that has opened.
哇，伊嘅小籠包真好食
The
啦，
xiaolongbao tastes so good.
真厲害。
That's so good.
最近就係講牧師你知啊冇？
And recently he told me
有一間餐館40% off 啦，40% off，OK？
one restaurant offered 40% discount.
有人講牧師你知啊冇？
Pastor,
一間餐館50% with 這個 credit card 50% off，OK？
If you use particular credit card, you will enjoy 50% discount.
Seem to be they know everything about food，
這個人知影所有關於食物嘅代志
因為伊對食物真真 sensitive。
because this person is sensitive to food.
你對什麼物件敏感？
If you are concerned about a certain object,
你對什麼物件就真注意。
you will pay exceptional attention to that object.
你喺達咗一個人嘅 channel of blessing to others。
If you want to be channels of blessings for other people,
你需要對別人嘅需要正面感，
you should be extra sensitive and concerned about the needs of other people.
叫做幫助人。
May the Lord help us.
Number two，
Secondly,
做僕人需要對世間為人祝福。
God's servant must bless others from Mount Zion.
May the Lord bless you from the Zion, He who is the maker of the heaven and earth。什麼意思呢？
What does it mean?
今日福氣是 from Zion。
Why is it that blessings should come from Mount Zion?
頂禮拜咱 133 verse 3上一句話，上一個意思。
And last week, when we shared with you Psalm 133, we discovered similar verse with the same meaning.
佢講 It is as if the dew of the Hermon was falling on the Mount Zion. From there, the Lord bestow His blessing, even life forevermore。囊中嘅 true blessing 是對石安嚟。
All true blessings emanate from Mount Zion.
咱及人祝福，
When we bless other people,
這個福氣的確對石安到咱嘅中間。
that blessing should first come from Zion unto us.
石安是代表耶和華嘅所在，
Zion represents the place of Lord Jehovah.
對上帝嚟嘅祝福是真正嘅祝福。
Only the blessings that emanated from God is the real blessing.
所羅門講得真正清楚，
And King Solomon said this very
耶
clearly.
和華所屬嘅福，好人富足，並無計照搖路。
The blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it.
你記得，
Remember,
真正嘅福氣
the real blessings
是對上帝嚟，
should come from God.
真正嘅福氣
The real blessing
的確合乎真理，
is in accordance to God's truth.
離開真理嘅祝福，
Apart from the truth, any blessing
唔是咱應該給別人嘅祝福。
should not be the blessing that we give to other people.
30年前，
30 years ago,
我看一間冊，
as I read a particular book,
內面有一個見證，
there was a testimony
但是我實在唔知啊，
which I truly do not know
這是實在嘅見證，還是一個故事嘅見證？
whether it's a testimony or was it a story.
但係這個見證對我真正受影響。
And yet, what I read affected or influenced me a lot,
到今日日，
even up to this day.
內面講一項代志，
In that story, it said
一個少年嘅拍死一個人，
A
強
young
姦
man
一個女嘅，將這個女嘅拍死，
a young man raped a lady and murdered her,
結果互人掠去，
and he was caught
被判 death penalty 死刑。
and sentenced to death penalty.
當這個法官宣布死刑以後，
After the judge announced the penalty,
伊問這個少年嘅：
the judge asked this young man,
你有什麼話愛講無？
"Would you like to say anything?"
伊講 yes
This criminal answered yes.
yes。伊講我強姦人拍死人，
The condemned person said, "I raped and I killed.
我應該死，
I deserve death penalty.
但是我唔敢，
But yet I refuse to accept it as is,
因為我感覺應該有殺人，咁我應該承受 penalty。
because I believe 3 other persons should also likewise receive the same punishment."
這個 judge 就問伊神啊，
The judge asked this condemned person, "Who are they?"
伊講 number one，
First,
我係老母，
my mother.
我老母應該咁我承受死。
My mother ought to receive the same penalty as I.
伊講我係老母從來唔捌講過，
My mother has never corrected me.
我嗱錯唔對代志，
Whenever I commit a
你
mistake,
從來唔捌拍過。
she has never disciplined me.
我去偷別人嘅物件，我老母個笑吧。
If I steal an object from other people, my mom would smile at me.
以前聽過，
My mother loved me a
但是
lot.
從來唔捌管教過。
She has never disciplined me.
我見到習咗一個人，
Today, I become this kind of person.
我老母有真大嘅責任。
I believe my mother has great responsibility in my upbringing.
樣第二，
Second person,
我係 Sunday school 嘅 teacher。
my Sunday school teacher.
如果我細漢，
When I was small,
我係父母將我送去 Sunday school。
my parents sent me to Sunday school.
我講我 Sunday school 嘅時陣時真好，
And I found out that this Sunday school teacher was very good to me.
特擺好我食 candy。
Always would give me candies to eat.
講故事食 candy，講故事食 candy。
Tell me Bible stories and give me
你
candies.
講有一擺，
One time,
我問我一個，我聽啊，我一個 I'm a sinner，我一個罪人，
in those stories, I realized that I was a sinner.
我就咁我係上司講，
So I approached this Sunday school teacher.
我是個罪人，
Teacher, I'm a sinner.
我咪知道得救啊！
How can I be saved?
我上司講啊，唔要緊啊，食 candy 啦。
The Sunday school teacher says, "Don't worry, just eat the candy."
你講我見那啲
Today,
就做安尼款嘅人，
I became that kind of a person I am
我
now,
神的嗰陣時有責任。
my Sunday school teacher should bear equal responsibility.
樣第三，
Third,
我係牧師。
my pastor.
當我大漢嘅時陣，
When I grew up,
我就開始參加崇拜嘅聚會，
I began to attend church worship services.
聽我嘅牧師講道。
I listened to messages of my pastor.
你講我牧師實在一個真正好嘅人，
My pastor was truly a good man.
看到人就笑啊！
That pastor will smile at all people.
喺講台裏面，
Even when he delivered
從來唔
message,
不責備一擺嘅罪惡，
he has never condemned nor point out any sins.
總是講平安啊，平安啊，
Always
關係啦
preach
關係啊
messages of peace.
先做得好咯，好
It's
護
good
子
for you to
咯。
believe, then you'll have money.
所以我聽人以後，我覺得冇啥趣味，
And after these messages, I was disinterested.
對我又冇什麼影響，冇什麼關係。
I found out that these messages did not influence or affected me.
所以落尾嗰度行咯。
So gradually, I left the church.
今日
Today,
我就做安呢款嘅人，
I became such kind of a person.
我係牧師有責任。
My pastor has responsibility.
我講，
Let me tell you this.
這是一個故事，還是一個見證咧？
Whether it's a testimony or was it a story,
我實在唔知啊。
I was unclear.
但對我真得少提起我這樣代志。
But it reminded me greatly about one thing.
雅各書講一句
The
話，
book of James said,
唔當愛罪人嘅善事，
You just not want to be teachers of others
因為你將來必受更加大嘅審判。
because you will receive greater judgment.
咱真愛教人，
We love to teach other people,
但是要教對。
but we need to teach
你
correctly.
若教唔對，
If we teach incorrectly,
要受上帝加倍嘅審判。
we will receive extra portion of judgment from God.
而這福氣，
All blessings
大家對蒙西恩嚟，
should emanate from Mount
對
Zion,
上帝嚟，
from God Himself.
這是實在嘅祝福，實在嘅 blessing，
That's the real and true blessings from God.
叫上帝幫助
May
你。
the Lord help us.
詩篇134篇，
In Psalm 134,
雖然只有3節嘅聖經，
though there are only 3 short
你
verses,
都要個讀一擺。
if you go back and reread this psalm
你
once
看
again,
verse 1 and verse 2，
if you read verses 1 and 2,
你主要講到 praising God，阿羅上帝，
it emphasized and put attention in praising God.
你聖所裏面敬拜上帝，
In God's holy sanctuary, as we
夾
worship
起
God,
你嘅手 praising God。
as you raise up your hand in praise of God,
第3節
in verse
是
3,
講到 God a blessing，God bless you。
it mentioned about how God would bless us.
所以詩篇134篇，
That's why in this Psalm 134,
咱啊稱頌上帝，上帝必祝福人。
let us praise God, God will bless us.
上景只是人嚟到上帝頭前敬拜上帝，
As people who worship God before Him in the songs of ascent,
等於到基以後，
as they return back
你
to their
將
own
上帝
places,
祝福多交出嚟，
they bring back God's blessings back to their own homes,
可以就係咗一個 channel of blessing to others。
that they become channel of blessings for other people.
Every Sunday，
If any Sunday,
every
every Sunday,
咱交這個所在，
as we come to this place,
咱嚟敬拜咱嘅上帝。
as we worship our God,
你若真心真意敬拜你嘅主，
if you truly worship God in spirit and in
上
truth,
帝的確祝福你。
God will bless you.
但係定係祝福你以後，
But after you receive God's blessings,
你離開呢個所在，
as you depart from this place,
將你嘅祝福多交別人嘅生命嘅中間。
bring God's blessings to the lives of other people.
有一句話真趣味，
And there's a very interesting saying that goes like this.
散會比聚會更加重要。
It's more important to be dismissed with God's grace than to worship Him in His temple.
離開聚會比開始聚會更加重要，
It's more important to be dismissed than to begin the worship.
因為咱嚟聚會，
Because every time we come to worship,
目的就是離開這個所在，
the objective is to depart from this place
將咱所得到嘅物件及別人嚟分享。
so that we may be able to share with other people what we receive from this place.
所以你記得，
So remember,
散會比聚會更加重要。
it's more important to be dismissed than to worship God.
但咱離開這個所在，
After we leave this place,
去你嘅工條裏面為上帝做工。
after we leave this place and go to our respective places of work to
Holy-
serve God,
好你嘅生命實實在在就係 the channel of blessings。
so that each one of our lives will truly and really become channel of blessings for others.
叫做幫人人。
May the Lord help us.
Bow head for the prayer。
天天的天父上帝，我滿心感謝你，因為藉着這個上行的在詩篇，你提醒阮，你讓阮知影， 天父上帝，你是创造天地的主，天地的主，你也是阮恩惠祝福的道光。互阮每一个人接受你的祝福，接受你的恩典以后，有法通出去，伫阮每一个人的岗位顶，伫阮的家庭，伫阮的生活当中，互逐人伫阮的生命顶看到主你的祝福，看到主你的恩惠，同样享受对阮出去的恩惠甲祝福，帮助阮诚做主你的光，你的盐，互无信的人伫阮身上看到阮的好行为，便将荣耀归互天顶的主。今仔日当阮离开主你的圣所的时阵，求主你的恩典甲你的祝福，满满的跟随阮，带阮到阮所要去的所在，到阮每一个人的家庭，到阮每一个人岗位顶，互人得到恩惠，互人得到祝福。愿荣耀归互上帝。安尼基督靠耶稣的名来求。
Amen. Amen.